Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Hafiz Zakwan bin Zulkifli and my group members are Ahmad Tamizi bin Rosli, Ahmad Nabil bin Nazar, and lastly is Muhammad Hanif Ashraf bin Amir. Okay, so this is our group presentation for project assessment, which are new car safety assessment protocol. Okay, so for the introduction is firstly for the Asian NCAP stands for Asian New Car Assessment Program, which purpose to evaluate the safety performance of a new car production which sold in Asian countries. The standardized testing protocol consists of crash tests, evaluation of safety features and technologies, and also assessment of child occupant protection. And the second one is European NCAP, same as the Asian NCAP, stand for New Car Assessment Program, which are sold in the Europe. It was launched in 1997. So the standardized testing protocol in these programs, occupant protection, pedestrian protection, and safety assist technologies. Okay, so this is for the survey finding on the Asian Cap knowledge. Okay, so for the first question, we have asked towards the respondent is 56.9% is male and 39.2% is female. Okay, so for the age, as we can see in the results, which most of them are 66.7% for 21 until 30 years old, and the least is 7.8% for 15 until 20, and also for 41 years above. Okay, so for the next one is employment status, which the most of them has been employed, and the second is student, and the least is unemployed. Okay, so for the next question, vehicle ownership, which the most of the respondent answered they are own a vehicle, and the 25.5% is does not own their own vehicle. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Ahmad Nabil bin Nazar and I will present the survey analysis for this presentation. The recognition on ASEAN NCAP. From the pie chart above, we can see a good sign because the majority of the respondent, which is 31 people, already know about ASEAN NCAP and only 20 people do not know about it. Next question regarding the understanding on ASEAN NCAP. The data shown the majority of the respondents already understand the meaning of ASEAN NCAP being established, which is 35 people, knowing the meaning out of it, and the remaining still do not know the meaning of ASEAN NCAP establishment. Next, the awareness on the use of safety rating from ASEAN NCAP. The pie chart above, we can see significant data difference between the importance of ASEAN NCAP in physical safety, where the majority of respondents, 15 out of 51 people, agree with the importance of ASEAN NCAP in the safety features of the vehicle they exhibit. Next question regarding the consideration of safety rating provided by the ASEAN NCAP before choosing the car. 49 out of 51 people agree to consider the using of safety assessment provided by ASEAN NCAP before choosing or buying their new vehicle. Next question, the important of awareness for safety rating from ASEAN NCAP is in the chart above. All the respondents agree on the importance of awareness about the use of vehicle safety assessment made by ASEAN NCAP. Next, the consideration of variable factor of using ASEAN NCAP and the improvement of new areas of protection from the latest ASEAN NCAP. The factor that influence the car based on the safety rating provided by ASEAN NCAP, which is crash test result, safety features, physical design and construction, expert recommendation, price and affordability, fuel efficiency and brand reputation. Based on the chart above, we can see the factor that most influence consumer before choosing a new vehicle based on the safety assessment from ASEAN NCAP is the safety features, with 49 respondents taking this into account before choosing a vehicle. The next factor is the result from the 41% crash test, followed by the 36% vehicle design and assembly. The least factor that is taken into account before choosing a vehicle is the reputation of the car brand. This shows the awareness of the importance of safety that is taken into account by the respondent. Next, the reason they're not using ASEAN NCAP before buying their car. 20 respondents choose lack of awareness as the reason for not using the safety assessment provided by ASEAN NCAP. The other 18 respondents choose the lack of information about ASEAN NCAP because it is not used before, followed by 6 respondents who have other priorities when choosing a car. The others 4 respondents choose other reasons that were not specified. And finally, a total of 3 respondents choose other safety standard as a guideline when choosing a vehicle compared to ASEAN NCAP. Last question from our survey is the rating of important area of latest ASEAN NCAP. Based on the chart above, 46 out of 51 respondents consider the importance of the protected area stated in the latest ASEAN NCAP at a very important level, followed by a total of 4 respondents who choose only the important level and 1 respondent who choose a neutral level in the importance of the protected areas in the latest ASEAN NCAP. That's all from me on the survey result.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hanif Ashraf bin Amir, and I will talk about the difference, and analyze the difference between Euro and Asian NCAP. So for the Euro NCAP, Mazda CX-60 is used, and for the Asian NCAP, Proton X90 will be analyzed. So for the Mazda CX-60 in Asian or five-star Euro NCAP, it only uh, it consists of four section, which is adult occupant, child occupant, vulnerable road user, and safety assist. So in adult occupant, the crash test is held by crashing the car and the deformable barrier onto the driver's side, which is on the left side of the car, and both of the car and the barrier is travel into each other at 50 km/h. So for child occupant, the test is using a 6 years old and 10-year old children dummy. So the child restraint system only can be installed on second row outboard, and it is crash test for both frontal and side impact tests. So for the vulnerable road user, it uh, it it focus on the front side of the car, which is the bonnet and the bumper. It also come with autonomous emergency brake, which is respond to the pedestrian and also to the cyclist. For safety assist, autonomous emergency braking system perform well in the test. It also avoid the collision and mitigated in most test scenario. The, the safety assist also come with the seatbelt reminder, lane drifting correction, and local speed detection. Next is Proton X90. So for the adult occupant, the crash test is it held by crashing the car into the static deformable barrier, and the car is travel at a speed of 64 km/h. So for the children occupant, uh, different with the Euro NCAP, In Asian NCAP, it used 18 month and 3 years old children dummy. The CRS can be fit into the outboard seat, either in the second row or third row, and also it can be installed at the front passenger. So for the safety assist, the AEB and ESC, electronic stability control, it come also as a standard, which is a seatbelt reminder for all the passenger and the driver seat, and emergency autonomous emergency braking is in city and interurban is optional in variants. So in Asian NCAP, it has the motorcyclist safety, which is it has it equipped with blind spot detection on driver and passenger side to alert the driver is if there is any motorcyclist in the other side, so that he can see the motorcyclist.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Ahmad Tamizi bin Rosli. My matrix number is B09201038. I will be presenting about the differences between Asian CAP and Euro NCAP test protocol. Firstly is the regional specific. Asian NCAP focus on the safety requirement and priorities specific to the ASEAN region, which comprise Southeast Asian countries such as Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, and others. While Euro NCAP is primarily focused on evaluating vehicles for the European market, including countries within the European Union and those following European safety standards. Next is test procedure. Asian NCAP conducts several primary tests, including frontal impact, side impact, and child occupant protection. These tests involve measuring parameters such as dummy readings and structural performance. Asian NCAP also considers any unique test procedure or variation in test configuration specific to the ASEAN region. On the other hand, Euro NCAP follow a similar approach with tests like frontal offset impact, side impact, and pedestrian protection. However, they may have a variation in specific parameter measured, such as injury criteria and vehicle behavior. Euro NCAP focus on adhering to European regulation and priorities in their test procedures. For scoring system, both Asian NCAP and Euro NCAP use star rating or point allocation to assess vehicle safety. Asian NCAP employs a scoring system that considers multiple factors to determine the final safety rating. This factor may include various test results and other safety-related features. It is worth noting that Asian NCAP may emphasize regional requirement or priorities in their scoring system. On the other hand, Euro NCAP also utilize a scoring system based on star rating or point allocation. They evaluate multiple criteria to determine the final safety rating. Euro NCAP places significance on European regulation and priorities when developing their scoring system. And lastly is the additional test categories conducted by Asian NCAP and Euro NCAP. Asian NCAP includes specific assessments such as blind spot technology or autonomous emergency braking system. These additional tests address the unique safety concern and requirement of the Asian region. Euro NCAP, on the other hand, focus on additional test categories like lane keeping assistance or speed assistance system. These tests are designed to address European safety priorities and regulation.